So the second thing that we're going to look at then is the production line. So the production line was masterminded by Henry Ford of the Ford Car Company, and basically it's to do with the boom which took place in the United States. It helped speed up the production of cars, therefore made them more affordable, and there were knock-on effects of this and many other industries as well. So before Ford used the production line as a method of producing the Model T Ford, it took about 12 hours to make a Model T. After the introduction of the production line, it took about an hour and a half to produce a Model T Ford. And the other difference as well was before the production line, you would need a team of highly skilled workers who would be engaged in the manufacturing of a Model T Ford. With the production line, you could have relatively unskilled workers constructing the car. So the production line is basically a conveyor belt method of production. So rather than the worker going to the car and they doing a number of intricate jobs in putting the car together, they would be at a workstation, a car would come to them along a conveyor belt, and they would have one job to do, which they would do over and over again. So I don't know if you've heard of the 10,000 hours rule, but if you do something for 10,000 hours, you get better at it or you master it. But the longer you do something, the more times you do something, the better and the quicker you get at it. So for the worker doing their one job in the construction of a car, it would be incredibly boring, but they would be very effective and very efficient and very fast at doing that particular job. So with dozens of people just having one job to do in the production of a car, it speeded up the production of that car quite considerably. So the main impact on this then was prices dropped dramatically. So they fell. In the original price, about 1910, they were about $950. By 1925, they were $290. So if we put this in today's money, it's estimated that the original cost was about $28,000. The cost by 1925 was around about $4,000. So puts it into perspective how many more Americans would be able to buy a Model T Ford. So America, because of the production line, because of the cost of the cars going down so significantly, they became a nation of car owners. And this had an enormous knock-on effect with all of these other industries that feed in to the production of cars. So steel, glass, rubber, textiles, those industries were feeding into the car industry. And there were also other industries which developed as well with regards to the gasoline or the petrol industry and also road manufacturing. So that is why the production line is so important. It's one of the reasons, but not the only reason, behind the boom in the 1920s.